But what happens when you stop running? The hunt dies down. The story begins to calm down. So all of a sudden now you can breathe. The story is old news and no one's really looking for her anymore. Survival mode ends and then you start to live again. Maybe even breathe again. Maybe. Just maybe. Maybe you're just not holding your breath so much. Maybe you could dream again. Maybe you can possibly have some normalcy, whatever that is. But then comes this wave of grief. The loss, the emptiness, the lack of connection. All she had known was gone. What in the world did she have left? How can I want or dream of a future when my past is shattered like glass on the floor, unrecognizable, unredeemable, and unable to put me back together again? Can you fathom the loss? Many of us have suffered some type of loss in our life, whatever it be. A person, family, different things. Emotions at those moments flood in when all the running stops. My family's gone, my life, my friends, my position, myself, my identity. Who am I? And what do I have left? All is lost. My drive is depleted, my smile has been deleted. Between all the tears, I feel angry and cheated, and like a festering wound from a splinter in deep, grief invades every moment, shattering my days and my sleep. I'm sure Anastasia would have sat alone many times while memories ran through her mind, thinking of the last Christmas with her family, the last December celebrations, her last birthday with her parents and her siblings all being together. One of her favorite memories was them being on that steamship, and you saw it in the video. She actually taught them how to skate on the board of the steamship. That was one of her fun things. She was a really fun, loving person. Very, very free, just a really free personality. She hated school. She really did. She just hated all the structure. She just loved to play, and she loved art, and she loved to dance. Her last moments run through her mind. Did she say, I love you? She questions herself. She sobs as she remembers holding her sister's hand and then running through the dark woods. She never stopped running until now. The grief that overwhelms her is as dark as the forest that was that night of those murders. She remembers looking to the heavens and asking, where do I go from here? And how do I live through this? My soul feels like it's drowning. I can't go through this pain. Grief is the hardest human experience to go through. And yet, we all go through grief at some point in our lives. It's probably the one emotion that we all go through that's actually so similar. A lot of times there isn't anything else that compares, but grief, we all understand. Some people don't want to think about grief. It's hard to talk about. It's hard to really go there. We think we're alone and no one understands the darkness that we face or the tears that burn our cheeks. Yet we all grieve. We may grieve differently, but yet we grieve. We all suffer loss that rocks our world. Many times people at this point, this is where in the grieving, they make real decisions on how they handle anything in life. Some people, everything's a joke, because that's the only way they can handle serious. To other people, they get caught in their serious and they never can make a joke. It's so weird how we break that up. And other people, they just never want to talk about it, because it's easier to never talk about it. And other people want to talk about it all the time. They talk about it to everybody. We all handle it differently, but yet we grieve. We all suffer loss that rocks our world. The loss can actually traumatize us, and it can make us stuck for years, unable to move on, because we don't want to, or because maybe we just don't know how. Or maybe we just feel guilty for moving on. Like having a future is not honoring the memories of the one that we lost, or the love that we have for them. Grief isn't always about physical death, though. Sometimes the death of a relationship is a death in itself. We grieve the passing in our souls of a passing relationship. No one sees what happened, but we feel every pain and every sadness as if it was a burial. Have you ever lost a friendship? Lost a relationship? Lost a bond? Lost even a family member that you can't talk to? Everybody has been there. And it's Christmas time, so you feel the loss differently. Because for the first time, now's the season I should be able to talk to him, and I can't. Our minds eulogize the person who betrayed or scarred or rejected us, or that we had a fight with, or that we just don't get along with. And so we actually say goodbye to him in our hearts, and we let go of this hope of ever having any connection with the person ever again. And we eulogize it over and over. And we grieve.